Wait, but how did we end up here?
Hey, Anna here. Listen, we're gonna build a functional Den Den Mushi from one piece. We're going to model our friend, 3D print and paint it, build the entire operating circuit, and probably start a few small fires along the way. Simple idea, complex execution, especially when you have to fit a brain, a mouth, and eyes in a tiny shell. So, we decided to add a small extra layer of complexity. By building something, we definitely don't fully know how to build it. This Den Den Mushi will also reproduce the classic sound. And now, I'm going to completely embarrass myself to demonstrate it. Pere pere, pere pere, pere pere, pere pere. Yeah, that's enough. So, what do you say we get started on this project? Therefore, we're going to start with the circuit testing, because we already know how this goes. First, to check whether everything is viable, and second, to get a better idea of the size the snail will need to fill of this. The idea is to use one servo for the eyes, one servo for the mouth, and a DF player with a speaker for the sound effects. So, we're going to set everything up and do some initial tests, including basic modeling for the eyes and mouth, just to make sure everything works correctly. Alright, the idea works. But now we're going to model our Den Den Mushi so we can fit all of this inside. We got the snail, but to make this Den Den Mushi truly feels like Luffy's, it couldn't be missing the touch of his Nakamas. I spent quite a while sculpting the stitching that Nami added to the hat. It's a small detail, but for fun, it's what makes the hat the hat. And of course, Ace's Viber cut. I didn't need much time to make it, but visually it changed everything. It's that constant reminder of his brotherhood, always hanging from the shelf. It's these little Easter eggs that turn a figure into something with a story behind it, right? Now we're going to start printing and assemble all the parts, and then installing the circuit. Let's go! Isn't it adorable? This little cutie is the result of countless mistakes and hours spent making prototypes, like this one to study the eye mechanism, or this lollipop, which was born during a brief moment of insanity when somehow we thought it was a good idea. And this is our prototype graveyard, the place where all my hopes and dreams come to die. But now comes the final course. We have this tiny snail and this huge mess of electronics. So we need to be careful and use a bit of skill, which I don't really have, to fit everything neatly inside. And, well, if this doesn't work, we're done. After an amount of struggling I prefer not to disclose, we've got the first movement. Mushi mushi. To be completely honest, we spent so much time testing and focusing on everything that wasn't perfect that we kind of forget to enjoy the creative process. But seeing that we actually put it off and that we finally moved past that stage feels really rewarding. And now there's only the fun part left. Let's paint it and program it. Let's go! It moves and it has color now, but it's still missing a soul. So we're going to add a few lines of code to give it the behavior we're looking for. The goal is for Den Den Mushi to respond when the phone is picked up and hung up. So, shall we? It's complete. Well, not actually complete. You might have noticed that we basically now have a very fancy snail. But there's still no actual connection between the phone and the machine. So we're going to install the final cable. So, from a shoebox idea to a living creature, this is probably our most polished and well thought project to date. So, character development, hey! Let's see what this little guy can do. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next project. And now, without further ado, let's check out the final result! Moshi moshi.